Well, welcome to Ettalong Bowling Club for the BCIB Grade 1 Open Pennant State Finals. It's round 2 action in this round. We have Grandviews up against West Dubbo. So Grandviews, Sydney Metro Southeast, and they're up against the Midwest West Dubbo Roos. Take a look at the side lists for both sides on our streaming rink. The Grandviews Gators represented by David Bartsch, Shane Clarke, Paul Rowe and Adam Jeffery. And they're taking on the Roos, Anthony Brown, Jacob Ashley, Darren Connolly and James Berriman. On the middle rink, Simon Ferrier, Adam Hyland, Aaron Toby and Mark Cross. They're taking on Barry Wilkinson, Cooper Dart, Warren Towney and Tim Wilkinson. And the third rink, Damon Jeffery, David Ellis and Bernie Melville. They'll take on Daniel Stanley, Greg Collin, Hayden Barrow and Craig Jeffrey. Players just completing their trial ends at the moment. Second trial end, Adam Jeffery about to play his first bowl of the trial. That trial end. So in this section, Corrimal had a victory in round 1, as did Grandviews. Grandviews had a win over Gunnedah, 59-50, 8 points to 2. West Dubbo went down 45-73 to Corrimal. In Section 2, our stream match, Windang 71 defeated Narandra 63-9-1. And Charlestown 59, 9 points, defeated Gwandolin 49-1. Section 3, St John's Park 65-51, 9-1 winners over Merimbula. Maitland City 9-1, 73-48 over Baddo Bay. And Section 4, Port City 62-47, 9-1 winners over Mona Vale. And Beresfield 74-49, 9-1 winners over Foster. So all those results now available on BowlsLink, as will be the results from all of the other grades being played right around the state. Anthony Brown gets us underway for the first end. David Bartsch on the mat now for the Gators. He's just going to crash into Anthony's bowl, knock it in a bit closer. Anthony deep into our All Abilities state championships for the last couple of years. Those entries will be available soon on BowlsLink for the 25-26 state championship, with the finals to be played 2026 in Dubbo as part of our 25-26 state championships final series. David Bartsch just going to be a little bit through there. Anthony Brown to be holding one. Jacob Ashley now on the mat. So we will have progress scores from each of the grades. They'll cycle through underneath our main scoreboard, top right of screen. Just gets a little flick on Anthony's bowl, runs a little further across. Shane Clarke Phantom. Going to get a little straighten off Anthony Brown. Be close for shot there. May have just run through a fraction too far. Jacob Ashley just needs a bit more width on his bowl. The speed was pretty good. I think he might have pushed this one a little bit too quickly. It's going to run right through. It'll stop, but that's because the sand stops him every time. Shane Clarke, he's also put a little bit of weight on there, run through. Darren Connolly on his way down to play his bowl. Darren the greenkeeper at Club Dubbo, West Dubbo. The entries for the City of Dubbo International Fours, Anthony tells me that they're filling up rapidly. If you're interested in playing in the $125,000 Fours tournament in Dubbo in September, jump on the Club Dubbo, West Dubbo website, check out all the details and get in touch with Anthony Brown to put your entry in. Fantastic event. Darren will play full hand, just looking to draw round those bowls. Well, just hasn't quite sent that one. Paul Rowe now on the mat. Having a little dip at this, looking for jack or bowls. Found the gate. Oh, attacking option exercised. Nothing but net though, straight through the hole. A couple of shots to Club Dubbo, West Dubbo, as it stands at the moment. James Berriman. Pretty good line. Just needed to get a little more run. Former Australian representative Adam Jeffery. Just going to hold. Might just clip. No, he's got his closer bowl there. Paul Rowe's maroon bowl would be the closest of the well, it could be 4 shots there. Well, Adam's got a little bit of interest in this. He's watching it. Got the front one. Got an edge on the jack. Has he stopped quickly enough? Yes, he has. 1 shot to Grandviews. Persist with his medium length, slightly longer. David Bartsch on the mat. Decently pointed for his first bowl. Anthony Brown got this one out quite reasonably. Seems to be coming on a good track. Good starter from Anthony. It's David Bartsch. Just going to be a little through. Slightly tighter line from Anthony this time. Probably second shot with that though. Shane Clarke, backhand draw. And Jacob Ashley sits on the Grandviews bowl, gets probably third shot out of that. Shane Clarke looks better grass on this one. Got his teammates' interest. He's got a little bit of speed and will just slip through the hole. We've got two at the back now. Jacob will continue on his forehand. Looks to be a fairly tight line again. Yeah, just under the line. It's good enough to count though. Good weight. Probably need to be out to about the red and blue O emblem in the Edelong logo on the green. Paul Rowe. He's close to that line. He's got a little bit of weight. Can drag the jack, and he has. He's got this jack right back to his own bowls. That'll make three. Darren Connolly, he'll switch over to the forehand. There's a lot of traffic there that will seem in the way. Looks to be a little on the speedy side here. Paul Rowe holding three, looking to add another. That's his own bowl on the way in, can get up and over, just needs to run it past. That'll be good enough to count. Oh, Darren's pulled this one very tight. Would have been decent intent, just didn't quite get it out on the line needed. Well, Adam Jeffery holding a good 4 or 5 shots here. Just look to forehand draw, add to this count. He's got out too wide. Well, no simple path in here for James Berriman. There is a nice draw on the backhand side for the port. I think that's the one he's chosen to try to play. Just needs to find the gap between Anthony Brown's bowls. Finds that hole is all right as well. Yep, very good response here. He's cut it down. Probably only 3 now. AJ's left this one a bit on the shy side. We'll plug up the forehand run shot though. It's backhand draw again for James Berriman. Might have just lost a little bit of weight on this one. He's going to crash on the shorter bowls. Well, 2 taken out already. They'll have a look for the third. Going to put the tape on just to make sure. I'll measure James Berriman's bowl, go round, check against the others. Two to Grandviews. One all on the other 2 rinks. Just saw David Bartsch react as he let that one go. He knew he'd gone wide. Anthony Brown started off with a bit short. So I want to correct up for the next one. David Bartsch has improved his grass. It's just going to turn across there. And he looks to be on a slightly tight line. Also didn't quite send that one. Did improve the strength, but not quite to the extent wanted. Clarke looks to be out on a decent line, perhaps a fraction wide. Fairly fine balance there. The more the speed, the grass line's not too bad at all. Just it's a bit energetic. Well under the line here. The apex of that draw line needs to be out between the red and blue centre lines. About 2/3 of the way out to the boundary peg. That one's not got that far out, so it should just cut under the line. Almost aiming at the boundary peg. One's just under as well. I think that speed might be a little underdone. Paul Rowe on his way back to play his first bowl. Not too bad on the line, this one. Should be fairly close. It'll be the shot. Darren might have a bit of speed here. He'll crunch onto the bowls at the back. Paul Rowe, just a little more speed, a little more grass. Looks to be reasonable again. He has corrected fairly well. At least a couple. It's closest to are both Paul Rowe's. Looks to be tight as well. If it can hold on and sit on Paul Rowe's bowl, though, what's the inside of that? Well, it'll be third shot, 2 to Grandviews at this point. Jeffery, backhand draw, pretty much just following Paul Rowe down. He's just outside that red line, not too bad of it. He's going to come back, or maybe not, just not quite speedy enough to guarantee a shot. A little bit more of a speed bump for James Berriman to negotiate. Should come back pretty well. Yeah, great bowl from James Berriman. I think it might be second shot though. Paul Rowe having a look. Jeffery, who's following James down, he'd want to just flop inside James's bowl, count. Just going to be a little cautious on the width. Well, is he going to try and draw, or is he just going to try and play a little aggressive and try and push that closest Paul Rowe bowl through? wants to sneak around with that sort of line and weight, wants to sneak around and get a toucher. Don't think he's quite sent it though, unfortunately. So it'll be 1 to Grandviews again. They're taking the mat, so 1 more to Grandviews. They lead 4-0 on our streaming rink. David Bartsch rolling the jack. Current scores now on screen, according to the rink scoreboards. It's 4-0 on our street feature rink. 3-1 Mark Cross leading Tim Wilkinson, and Craig Jeffery 4-1 up after 3 for West Dubbo. David Bartsch's opening bowl, around about their foot in the old scale, short, just a bit narrow. Anthony Brown, a little quick, better to finish behind. David Bartsch on his way down, looking for just a bit more grass. Adam Jeffery willing it in. I think it's the speed going to let him down. Anthony's just pulled his grass across a bit. Weight wasn't too bad. And Shane Clarke just wants to miss this bowl of David Bartsch or get it flush. Got on the edge, rolled it a little closer. Does mean that Jacob Ashley, he'll play his forehand. Wants this just to hold its line a bit longer. Just out. A nice little port there for Shane Clarke. Wants to find the hole or get a big contact on his own. Well, it's brought it into count. Jacob's last line was brilliant. Just needs 60 centimetres or so of weight. But this tighter line can get a little walk. No. Our last feature game, the Redbacks now taking on the Tigers, Charlestown. It's the Sea-wise battle. Next to that, it's the Crabs and the Prawns. Gwendolyn taking on Windang. Darren Connolly, he's got his teammates' interest here. Little clap from Adam Jeffery as well. Just runs past. Jay says they've still got one. As the Paul Rowe play out on that forehand side. It's 3 of their own bowls to roll. That one's just past Jack High. Get the inside edge off it. Is good. You can turn it over. You can also draw through that to the last Darren Connolly bowl. He's finding the hole. He's got hold of Darren Connolly's bowl and just rolled it. Might bring another 1 or 2 in. And Darren's under the line and going to go find the hole and run through. Apologies for the sound going off. Just had a little button bump on the wrong thing. Let's turn Darren Connolly up for shot now, I think. Darren will forehand draw, just looking to get around Paul Rowe's bowl. Apologies for that sound. I just flicked the button off. Had a little cough a moment ago. Didn't want you to get deafened by it. Unfortunately, when I turn it back on, I bumped it twice and turn it off again. So Paul Rowe, his last bowl accidentally turned Darren Connolly's in, but he can look to come up on that backhand side, turn his own up, get through the hole. Looks to be a little on the tight side. Just going to crash the short Darren Connolly bowl up towards the head. Wants to get in there. AJ drawing. James Berriman looking for that backhand draw after AJ has disturbed that head. Wants to get down to that head. There's plenty of room. Could be a few down as well. Played it pretty well though. Drawn the shot. Be a tempting target for Adam Jeffery to try and remove that last bowl though. Trail of the jack is okay as well. It's just going to hold out on him. So be one more shot to West Dubbo. Well, I'm not going to jump out and tell them it's wrong, but they should have just centred that jack and moved the mat across. But no harm done. Try and check the score on the third rink for you. Well, it's 10-9 on the big board. Actually, I've got one too many on Grandviews on the bottom rink. Anthony Brown may be holding one there, I'm not sure. Well, he's now. It's been turned up there. So Jacob Ashley, he'll play his forehand. Coming in around the Anthony shorter bowl, but he's not got the speed either. Same shot called by Adam Jeffery for Shane Clarke. Clarke's going to crash into Anthony Brown's bowls, 2 to West Dubbo at this point. Going to persist with that ditch side. Forehand for Jacob Ashley. Hasn't quite given that one the chance to get around those bowls though. It's a fairly congested looking path there now. Shane Clarke wants this to get around those. Can get his own up and over. Just doesn't get past Anthony Brown's bowl. I think that'll change the shot for Darren Connolly to the other side of the green, the right-hander's forehand. He'll want to draw, come inside Jacob Ashley's bowl fairly comfortably inside, actually. There's a nice port there. Out to the left, the bowl near the blue centre line and the one bowl on the left of that. Probably want to come in between those, around about over the centre line. Right back to the jack. Probably do need to get out beyond the red line to have the correct grass line. Yeah, call by Adam is to be positive with the draw towards that bowl. Paul Rowe wanting this to run it out. There's a bit more traffic there. No more reason to take a little bit extra grass out on that side. Well, Darren's outside the red line, so be pretty close to the right grass. Just wants this to swing back hard now. Yeah, it's close to counting. But it does set up an opportunity for Grandviews to just play to slightly over to the reach that bowl. Get the inside of that. And end up with second at least. So Paul Rowe, that one is just a bit too wide, hanging on. The weight's probably okay for the shot, but not even going to get back to where the jack is. All right, so we're crossing over for the skippers to play their bowls on this sixth end. 21 ends per team, 63 in total. Masterboard is what counts, 7 points on offer for the combined total of the three rinks. 1 point for each rink, give you 10 total in sectional play. The end of our sections, the top two in each section will go through to a quarter-final. His own bowl rolled up a bit. Funnel still there for Adam to play through. Aggressive line taken by Jeffery. Might be just a little too aggressive, but can he get his own bowl here? Well, he's got the flick and run. I think it's still at least one to West Dubbo. Anthony Brown's bowl definitely shot. It is just the one. There's no clear path in there. There is a nice shot for Adam Jeffery, though, to play slightly over and just bump his own. There's the shot called by Darren Connolly for James Berriman. Play the backhand. Give yourself a little bit of safety factor. You want to get inside the blue bowl out just short of jack high. Tell you what, if he's got the speed here, he's got an absolute cracker. Wants to just drift around. Oh, great effort. Just pulls up. Gave that a pretty good chance. Was just a little bit tentative. A little bit safe with the weight. Adam Jeffery. Confident draw here. A little bit of contact on his own bowl. Will just bump it in. He's willing it back, but it's not coming. It's just held its line with the speed. Oh, well. Oh, I don't think it has got back enough. Very nearly got the edge and rolled across. They're going to put a tape on it. Yep, one shot to West Dubbo. Shorter length. Good start from Anthony Brown. David Bartsch, pretty well pointed as well. Wants this to run on. Yep, that one will be the shot. Anthony, still the backhand there. He's got a nice draw towards his own. Just play confident to that last bowl. Little trail's okay. Want to get through that head just to give yourself a bit more position. He's just going to drop short. And sometimes you don't want to try and dead draw. You want to try and give yourself the chance to get into a good position. play a little conversion shot without being overly aggressive to try and make sure you get bowls in that head. David Bartsch, forehand, wants to get back a lot quicker than he is. The weight is immaculate, just didn't quite turn as much as he'd hope it would. Jacob Ashley just wants to play confident to the shot bowl. Can also get Anthony Brown's slightly short one, but that's not quite, he's not given it a chance. Shane Clarke just trying to add another one to this head. Wants this to rip back now. Underneath that, well, he's turned it over. I don't think he's hurt West Dubbo's shot here at all. They can still play nice, confident draw to that bowl. I think it's just needs to hold the line. He's got plenty on this. Very close. Bang. Shane Clarke wants to draw through the gate. Only problem is he's going to hit the fence post. That's Jacob Ashley's bowls turned up. I'd say that's a couple now, at least, to West Dubbo. James calling Darren Connolly on that forehand side. Beat the side Grandviews bowl. I think they would rather this just drift around and finish behind. Decent line. Well, it's going to get right back to the jack. Front toucher. Well, Paul Rowe and Grandviews, you've got to play here to slightly disturb his head. Want to just arrive on that last shot bowl. A bit of contact just to bring that jack out somewhere where he can play to it. You saw Paul's reaction in the background. Knew that he was nowhere near the right line or weight. Well, Darren's last bowl was an absolute cracker. Switching hands now. Does not want to disturb the head. Probably not a bad result. Paul Rowe wants this to get back down to these shots. Found the gate. Oh, just leans back, crosses the arms. Says, oh, you're kidding me. West Dubbo holding maybe a few. Well, James Berriman got to work out what to cover. You're always going to assume that Adam Jeffery is going to be capable of playing the conversion. Jeffery, he's not going to find the hole. He's got rid of one of the shots and sat for second. That's one to West Dubbo. Don't think the attacking option's really there. There's only you see half the bowl, and if you're too skinny, you take your own. Probably best to look to where to cover. Is the jack going to go if it's struck? They look to play through their own bowls to get position. Adam Jeffery got second shot with his last one. Looking to just make contact here. Don't know if that'll come back quickly enough. Yeah, he just pushed it slightly. A bit more weight than his previous. So one more to West Dubbo. Well, Bernie Melville's team's picked up a 4. Slightly shorter length here. They just had a bit of a look to make sure it'd be long enough. Great start from Anthony Brown. Just add another one. Very close. Very well bowled. Grandviews just edge ahead with scores on the other two rinks. 6-all after 6 on the furthest rink and 6-5 after 7 to Grandviews on the middle rink. 4-all after 7 on our rink. So just one shot in it. Anthony Brown holding 2. Jacob Ashley just crashes in and pushes David Bartsch's bowl sideways a bit closer to the jack. Shane Clarke looking to draw forehand down to the shot bowls. Not too foul here. Very close. Got the shot bowl. Got the jack through the hole. That's to their own. So Jacob Ashley now one down. Played this pretty well. Going to be in for second. Oh, might have just snuck through the hole. Shane Clarke wants the hole, gets down through the gate, wants that to run. Played it pretty well, close to counting. Darren wants this to get down a bit quicker. They're looking to play through that head. Fairly tight line. Just going to fade away through the head. Entries now open for the rookie singles qualifying. It's on 9th and 10th of August. Enter through Bowls link. There's also a quick link in the YouTube description for this video. And of course, straight after the rookies pairs singles is played, rookies pairs qualifying entries close. Those qualifying dates 27th, 28th of September. So the rookies, for all those who started bowling after the 1st of April 2023. Also open now with qualifying on the 2nd and 3rd of August is the State Over 40s Pairs event. And the mixed pairs qualifying, which is on 1st and 2nd of November. So all those entries are now open. You can find the links to enter on the description in this video. Jeffery drawing in. Holding shot, just looking to get through that gate. Well, that's his own bowl turned in. He's happy with that. Couple down, James Berriman. Going to look to play backhand. Can arrive. Going to be pretty close to the jack. Squirts it out. Well, Adam Jeffery's bowl back there. It looks like it'll be the shot. He's got plenty of room to draw another. I think it's only one. So I think the next two would be Anthony Brown's. Do you think, well, it might be Anthony Brown's front one that's the shot. Not sure. Adam Jeffery should draw one counter here. It's definitely one shot to Adam Jeffery. I think they actually signalled the two. Put the two shots on. So we're just a third of the way through the match. Grandviews leading 20 shots to 15. Good start from David Bartsch. Anthony Brown not quite giving that one the speed needed. So for those looking for the latest on the TAB Platinum Pennant, the 25-26 version be played in 26. I'll make no comment on the selection process, but I wasn't involved. The sides selected had to address a fairly detailed nomination criteria towards their elevation into the Platinum Pennant, and included a lot of factors, including performance over not only this year, maybe the last couple. And, do think that we've got a couple of good additions in the Charlestown Tigers and the Soldiers Point Soldiers to join Platinum Pennant for 25-26. Lewis Lyons and Darren Point. Of course, the two sides that finished at the bottom of the table now relegated back to play Grade 1 state pennants next year, and I'm sure both of those clubs have a proud history and will fight to be reinstated to Platinum in the future. a fantastic competition. Great promotion for the game and looking to grow and develop that competition for next year. And exciting will be in a warmer time of the year in February through. Hoping that'll result in even better exposure for the clubs, the warmer weather. And those draws will be worked on and available in due course. Let's just enjoy the sport being presented to us now. Right now we've got the jewel of the Midwest, West Dubbo Roos, taking on the Grandviews Gators from Metro South East. Darren Connolly looks to be on a really good line with this. Just wants it to run, and James Berriman's urging it on. Not quite there. I think it's still the maroon bowl of Paul Rose at the back that counts. So if you haven't had your fill of bowls, we'll be back tomorrow around that 8:45am with round 3 tomorrow afternoon, quarter-final. Sunday morning afternoon will be the semi-final and final of the Grade 1 State Pennant. The Open Pennant State Final coming to you from Ettalong. Keep an eye on the scores from the other grades. They're flicking through on our rolling scoreboard underneath our main. Catch up with all the results via the results.bowlslink.com.au. Links are also available on the Bowls New South Wales website, bowlsnsw.com.au. If you're looking for anything events, point your mouse at events on the main menu, and then from the drop down you can point at one of the options, and if there's more than one option, such as pennants, you'll get the 3 options: open state pennants, men's and women's pennants. Two weeks' time, we'll be at West Dubbo. The Junior Inter-Region 7-a-side will be broadcasting Saturday and Sunday, 2 weeks from today. Then we might be a little quieter for a while. A couple of events on the horizon. Over 40 pairs state finals in December. We have an interstate test series, the All Abilities. We'll be streaming that September. And of course the rookies state finals, I believe they're in November, without checking. 4 days there. Singles and pairs, we'll be bringing you action from those matches. Well, Grandviews holding some shots here. Paul Rowe, the maroon bowls. And Jeffery looking to add, and he's just not quite found the line here. A little bit of frustration. Expects himself to play better. James Berriman wants this to run. Just going to die a little bit on the short side. Well, it's just a little narrow actually. He's given it a fair effort. It's at least one to Grandviews, I'd say. Maybe 2 still. Going to put the tape on it. Just the one. One to Grandviews. Well, I think they might have been trying to get that a bit longer than the lengths they've rolled. But they did win those. Last time they rolled a shorter end, it was the Gators who were successful, so... Grandviews just pulled away a little bit as we get to 25 ends. It's 23-17. Mark Cross trails Tim Wilkinson 6-7 after 8. Well, Bernie Melville's jumped out to a 10-6 lead after 8 over Craig Jeffery. 6-4 on the board here. I've got 7-4. That's what big board reflects as well, so we'll just pop that on that way. Anthony Brown. Oh, that's a tight line. Weight is pretty good. Just under the line. Shane Clarke. Play that forehand side. David Bartsch's bowl's just short of Jack High. He can play through that one with a good bit of confidence. Turns it as no danger. Wants to get the inside of Brownie's bowl. Just going to flop short. No surprise. Get Jacob Ashley out on his forehand. Clear air. Coming in. Trail is good. He's got hold of the jack and dragged it back to Anthony Brown's bowl. Great positioning now for West Dubbo. Shane Clarke going to continue to draw down on the forehand side. Round their own now. Wants to get inside that last Jacob Ashley bowl. It's going to be under the line. Need to be around that front bowl. A little bit of a nuisance in a way for Club Dubbo, but I think they're protected by the shorter bowls. James is called in to draw around. I wouldn't mind betting the ends up going underneath. Just the way he's played, been a little bit tight most of the day. Wants this to hold on to his own bowl. And has just a bit shy as well. Didn't quite play it with enough confidence. Really need to back yourself to get through those positions. Paul Rowe. Lined up in the backhand. It's turning way earlier than it needs to get to that jack. It's because it's not going to reach. Darren Connolly, he's going to play, might going to be play forehand. can play with a bit of confidence up to Jacob Ashley's bowls, through the port between the two David Bartsch bowls. If you contact the outside one, you push the toucher in towards the jack, and if you just push them, you end up with good position. So, nice confident draw, slightly over in fact, through the hole, punching onto your own bowls. Not going to mind going around that into the back either. A little bit more intent with this weight. Certainly hanging on. Wants it to get just underneath those bowls. Got the flick, got the jack. But it's caught on Anthony Brown's bowl. Couple of hands on heads, but yeah, it all bounces around. Then you take your own luck. Darren Connolly, he'll play forehand again through his own three bowls. Wants this to hold through that port. It's going to do that fairly nicely. Got onto that bowl and sat and stayed. Well, it's a good result in one way, but it's a fairly big target and gain for Adam Jeffery. He can play that one now with a bit of confidence up on the forehand, two of his own bowls on the tight line. Can play 2 or 3 feet through those bowls. A big target there just to get a little thump and stop on either one of those bowls through the hole to get the jack. And he is playing that reaching shot. It is turning though. Might just get that one clean. Got it onto the jack. Cut it down to 1. Yeah, well, the unfortunate thing for Darren Connolly is he just speared across and made that target. Would have loved that to stop just in front of the jack and not been gateway around the jack. Rather have blocked it rather than framed it up. So James Berriman, he's got to try and draw around those short bowls. Down to the jack. Giving it plenty of grass. And it's behind. That's not too bad at all. So West Dubbo got the best 2 bowls out to the back. From Adam Jeffery. Well, I'm not sure he can attack. He's got to be confident that he's not going to take his own bowl out with nothing else. And that's probably what he's looking at, whether or not he can play just to his own to try and get the cannon through. Doesn't need big weight, just enough to hold him up under the front ones. He can just hit his bowl pretty much in the middle. It'll punch it straight on to Anthony Brown's closest. Could even do a little stun and push. Stay for 2. Don't think he'll get Anthony onto the jack. He's playing that push through the gap. Just going to miss. Well, I don't think James will try anything too dramatic here. Just try to draw to the jack. Well, he went big. The Enrink now has their score at 15-6 after 8. Not sure they've fully recorded their ends. They may have also just flipped up the scoreboard early before adding the shots on. Tony Melville's rink with a 9-shot lead, providing the impetus at the moment for Grandviews. David Bartsch through the head. Gets a little slice on that jack. Anthony wants this to just miss his own and run on. Oh, it's got the edge. It's taking a little bit of speed off it. And David Bartsch, well, he's needs that to run past. Got the slide. Well, it's good enough. I'm going to cloud cover here now. Just a bit dull outside. Jacob Ashley, well, he hasn't quite got the width on that one. The speed's not too bad. Bit more grass on this one. Wants the slide. Just going to run past. Shane Clarke, forehand draw. First one was a bit short. This one, not too bad. Yep, that one will count close to the shot. Almost got to play through Anthony Brown's bowls here. Wants this just to turn Anthony's up towards the jack. Darren's got it. Yep, rolled it up for shot. Pretty well played. Paul Rowe will make his way back. Paul Rowe, forehand. Darren Connolly. Doesn't want that one. Oh, good miss. Paul Rowe. He's got his own bowls on the way in. I think he just missed out with his other bowl. Gets that one fat, and that's rolled it up. That's shot there. The two blue bowls, David Bartsch. Now way up for the skippers to play their bowls of this 11th end. We're just through the halfway point of this match. Well, he's got everything but. Jeffery looking to add one in. Holding one. Just gone under the line required. There is a little danger here that he could rip their own bowl out. Plays good weight though. He's got protection from Anthony's other bowl. Just get through, get the edge of that one through. He's looking to get, well, that's one way to do it. One shot at least to West Dubbo. James's bowl at the back might even be in the count. A running shot. Pops on. Gets rid of 3 bowls out of the head. 2 of them are his own. Jeffery, last bowl of this head. Coming up. It's down. Going to try and draw a backhand by the looks of this. Pretty well pointed, urging it in, and absolute cracker from Jeffery gets the shot. And keep an eye on the other scoreboards and update them ASAP. David Bartsch to roll the jack. The start of our 12th end. David Bartsch, first bowl. Great line. I needed a little more pace. 31-21. We make the score total at the moment. It's 9 all. Mark Cross and Tim Wilkinson after 10. Bernie Melville leads Craig Jeffery 15-7 after 9. 7-5 after 11 here on our feature rink. Adam Jeffery leading James Berriman. Anthony Brown. Oh. Tried not to say he's a little short, but he was with the first one. Second one, good correction. Well, Grandviews just might have snuck in with that one. Just addressing one little technical thing. Apologies for this moment of silence. Two there consecutive ones, Kira. So we've Ball Rowe just at the back. Adam Jeffery, of course, a former Australian representative, played Commonwealth Games for Australia. Former ACT representative as well. Was in the ACT in the golden era of ACT bowls, really, where current national coach Gary Willis and the Bear, John Bazaire, now playing in Canada. The old national fiver side, they did very well in that, more than once. Adam now looking at forehand side. It's just to hold up right down to the shot bowl. Fair effort. Two blue bowl at the shot is David Bartsch. Jacob Ashley has, I think it's second, and James launches that one and gets rid of the bowl. Watch that one again. The greenkeepers aren't watching, mate. You've launched that one. Plenty of power. Nice little giggle from James's partner next to me. I know I'm just pulling his chain. James and I spent a lot of time together when he worked for Bowls New South Wales. Lovely fella. I know he can take a joke. Adam's just slid through, so James has got an opportunity to go again, maybe a little smoother. One down. And of course the third for James is the greenkeeper from West Dubbo. Gone quick again. Oh, he's got the bowl onto the jack. Again, an unorthodox way, but effective. We'll watch that one again as well. Goes quick. Oh, it would have helped if I pressed the right buttons. So dead end. No score recorded. (10-9) in the middle rink. Mark Cross leading Tim Wilkinson. Still 7-5 on our feature rink. Bernie Melville was in front of Craig Jeffery. 15-7 after 9. It's going to have to wait for that scoreboard to be visible. Oh, it's now 19-7 after 11. So for fans of David Jr. Ellis, that's the rink he's on with Bernie Melville. Good correction from Anthony Brown. Oh, good bowl from Anthony. He's just gone a little bit through. Good home. David Bartsch wanted a metre or so, and, well, he's consistent, unfortunately, for him, for this end. Didn't want to be consistent with that bowl, wanted to add some on. Brownie, he wants to lose that metre. Got a line to get around David Bartsch's bowls, wants it to run on in. You should get a little bit of an applause there. It's a double clap from James, so it's not too bad. Gone a little bit through. We've always joked that the skipper giving just the one clap of the hands is not a compliment. It's not really applause. Shane Clarke, forehand draw. Adam Jeffery gives that a half-hearted applause. It's a good home, though. Matches Anthony Brown's two bowls. Got the count and cover. Probably won't count at the completion of this end, but does give protection from any conversion shots. Jacob Ashley, great bowl here from the West Dubbo second. Draws a toucher. Shane Clarke, well, that's pretty much also consistent with his first. Gets the little rub, runs back to the back. Well, Jacob Ashley be hoping he can be consistent with his first effort this end. Does look a slightly narrower line. That's because he's dropped the pace off it. Well, he's right if the jack bounces up the green now because he's got that front covered. Paul Rowe. Wants to just reach up to that shot bowl. It's sitting pretty close to jack high. Just going to be fading underneath the line. Pretty close to jack high finish for that too. Good second wood. Darren will play the other side of the green now. Paul Rowe bowl, good guide. Wants to get inside that. Wouldn't mind sitting it. Ideally wants to just run inside, finish behind. Not create a shelf. Oh, if he runs on and counts, it's not too bad either. Really wants another one in that head. Paul Rowe, he'll play same idea as his last, just maybe a fraction more weight to try and sit the shot bowl. Adds 2 feet away to be close. Going to flick the end of the bowl. It'll stay with the jack. Chance now for Darren Connolly. He can play that forehand still. His own is protection. A roll or two off it or just sit the close to jack high Paul Rowe bowl. He's a little bit speedy on that. Stays up, he'll be best back by a mile. He's just going to sit right back near the rink number. Jeffery. He's looking to skirt the front bowls. Just a little bit on the tight side. His own came up. Doesn't make it any easier for James Berriman. People may have noticed that the Roos wearing black armbands. That's in memory of the member of their side, Mick Collin, who passed away not that long ago. Well, this is pretty well down from James. Wants to sit the maroon bowl. He's done that. Fantastic effort. Made 3. Adam Jeffery, 3 down, wants to play. Nice little run around the front bowls and down to the shot. Pretty well pointed, on track. Gets the last James Berriman bowl and a toucher, still 1 down. Well, the shot's still there for James to play around his teammates bowled. Very precise. But he can just turn Adam Jeffery's bowl once or twice and potentially make 3 or 4. Needs delicate weight on it. His teammates are interested. He's got his own bowl up. May have brought it in for another one. 2 shots. Oh, just bumped the button twice. There's 2 extra shots and 1 extra end on that. Should be 7 shots apiece. Good start from Anthony Brown. And another good bowl from Anthony and good sportsmanship from Paul Rowe, applauding that bowl on the way in. David Bartsch, well, just slides through the gap. Jacob Ashley, he's going to play his backhand side. What's this, just to run down the hill now? Yeah, it's pretty well played. Just not quite touching. An invitation to Shane Clarke to confident draw, slightly tight line. Well, he's not got the tight line on this. Jacob Ashley really should be confidently up to this. Little change in this head's probably a good thing for West Dubbo. They do lie 3 very good shots. Don't want to broaden the target up. Like to make it a little more difficult. That's a good change up. That blops in front of those, of the jack. Just blocks the ease of access there. Forces a change of hands too for Shane Clarke. Backhand can get a winner off the right-hand side of screen bowl of Anthony Brown's. Looks like he's got some speed to do it. He's just going to get the outside, and I dare say West Dubbo not too unhappy with that bowl being rolled back to that position. And the back of the screen, well, just off the back of the screen, saw James Berriman just put his foot in front of the David Bartsch bowl that's 1.7 metres off the ditch and out to the right, behind that right marked line, just at the bottom of your screen now, and you can see James's foot there. You can see that attacking mode coming from Grandviews. Thinks we better just cover those at the back, give ourselves some protection. Well, it'll be cover at the back, good home. No doubt Darren's working hard on getting the greens at West Dubbo ready for the City of Dubbo International Fours on in September this year. 23rd to 25th of September. Tony Spears sitting by me. Only too happy to help with the information. It is filling fast. So if you're looking to get your name and play in amongst that massive field, your chance to get in the dollars, get in touch with Anthony Brown at Club Dubbo. And it's not 125, it's 150,000 this year. Claimed to be the world's richest fours tournament. Challenge anyone to prove us differently. But, jump on the Club Dubbo, West Dubbo Bowls websites. You'll get all the information there. Of course, West Dubbo will be hosting us in 2 weeks' time for the Junior Inter-Region 7-a-side. Looking forward to some fantastic bowls. Oh, Rowe, he's very close with that one. It's just fallen down. I think it's still 1 to West Dubbo. It makes the shot a bit more difficult. Of course, the Junior Inter-Region in 2 weeks' time. Look forward to all the action. West Dubbo, fantastic host and sponsor of that event for a few years now. You'll catch the action on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel, just as you will more action from the Grade 1 Open Pennant State Finals. Round 3 tomorrow morning, around about 8:45 we should be underway. Quarterfinal tomorrow, scheduled for 1 p.m, give or take a few minutes depending on how quickly people play their morning game. And of course, semi-final and final Sunday morning afternoon. And if you're after any more information about state pennant finals, jump on the Bowls New South Wales website. That's bowlsnsw.com.au. Full results available using the link in the bowl on the YouTube bio for this video. Well, James, this looks to be a fairly good line. Be happy to be coming back to the tee there. We've got a nice little collection of bowls back there catching now if Adam Jeffery plays an attacking shot. I think Adam will be just trying to get around Jacob Ashley's front bowl down to the shot. This is close. Got the edge of it. It's flopped and gone back. Well, 2 bowls left this end. James Berriman, he's got to look to get some cover here. Doesn't want to give a shelf to Adam Jeffery though. So he needs just a perfect line. Wants this just to swing around the front bowl and down to the shot. It's a good line as well. Wants to use Adam. Oh, well bowled. Don't think it counts. Well, Adam Jeffery, looking at a couple of options here. Weighted shot, both of them. Backhand runner at Paul Rowe's toucher. Cannon it through the head and try and punch those out. His teammates also looking at booming drive on the forehand. You get the inside of Anthony Brown's bowl, you could clear out all 4 of those, leave themselves shot. AJ seemed to be preferring that backhand side. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to go huge. He's just going to go controlled down, try and punch his own bowl on. Just going to fade off and flick. It's going to be, well, 1 shot. Well, it might have been 2, actually. I'll just see what they put up on the board. It was 2. 9-7. So a couple of good bowls from both teams, really. Anthony Brown. Oh, pretty good start from Anthony. Anthony's just, not happy with that one. Just pull the grass off. Those couple of ends have produced one each on the middle rink. It's now 11-10 after 13. Bernie Melville's gone a bit further ahead as well. Just trying to see that scoreboard. 20 shots to 8 after 13. 38-27. 40 ends played, so we're just about the 2/3 mark. 11 shots in it, and 12 shots of that 11 are being supplied by Bernie Melville's team. 2 shots in front, James Berriman over Adam Jeffery, and 1 shot be Mark Cross leads Tim Wilkinson, 11-10 after 13. So it's the 3 rinks that matter. Grandviews had a victory in their opening game. The Roos didn't. Just a reminder, we are here at Ettalong for the Open Pennant State Finals, Grade 1. It's round 2. Shane Clarke, little toucher, good bowl. Grades 2 to 7 around the state. Grade 2 being played at Bomaderry and Nowra. Grade 3 being played at Yamba. Grade 4, Wagga Rules and the Wagga RSL. Grade 5, Cabramatta and Mount Lewis. Grade 6, Charlestown and Lambton. Grade 7, North Haven and Lake Cat-Eye. Darren Connolly. Well, it just looks a bit speedier here. A reminder, in the YouTube bio, you can see the entries for the rookies pairs qualifying, which is 27th and 28th of September. Entries, of course, close just after the rookie singles qualifying, which is 9th and 10th of August. So if you're entering the rookie singles and you want to enter the pairs, you can look for a partner during the singles qualifying. Entries close just after that. Entries for the rookies singles close next week. Also open the over 40s pairs and mixed pairs qualifying. So check out the links in the bio. Get your entries in today. Rookies finals, of course, at Raymond Terrace on the hangar, the home of the Raymond Terrace Jets, in October Check out all the details on the Bowls New South Wales website anyway. The mixed pairs finals, part of the state championships, to be held at the 3 Dubbo clubs next year in July, part of the state championship finals. And of course, the over 40s pairs finals, first weekend in December at the beautiful Yamba Bowling Club. Second year of us being hosted at Yamba for the over 40s final. Beautiful venue. James Berriman wants this to get round. It's close for shot there between Anthony Brown's bowl and Shane Clarke's. Well played, James Berriman. Just flops that one back. Well, I think that was shot before that bowl. Well, Jeffery, I think no choice here but to draw. No real attacking shot available for any result. Just wants this to get in. Well, I think he turned Anthony Brown's bowl in to make 2. 2 to West Dubbo. Anthony Brown will roll the jack to start the 15th end. Anthony will get us underway. First bowl of the 15th end on its way down. Yeah, decent start from Anthony. All on the middle rink now. As David Bartsch plays his first bowl. Jeffery picked up a single. He now trails 20 shots to 9 after 14 ends. 38-31 in favour of the Gators after 43 of 63 ends, so 20 ends remaining in total. And David Bartsch had a good bowl, and Anthony Brown, I think he's outdone it. Good thing for Bartsch, though, he's just in behind. He's got a nice path. Can quite comfortably draw a toucher here, just inside Anthony's bowl. Jacob Ashley wants this to bend a bit quicker. It's going to come to a good home. In behind David Bartsch's bowl. That's 3/4 of a metre past. Shane Clarke. Just a nice, comfortable forehand draw here. Little touch is ideal. Brings them to 2. Wants that to come inside Anthony's bowl. AJ wheeling that one on. Adam Jeffery, that is. Just falls a bit short. Jacob Ashley through Anthony Brown's bowl down to the darker blue, the 2 blue bowl just behind the jack would be ideal. Around is okay. Through it's not too bad, but could just make that forehand side a bit more difficult for Grandviews. Well, Adam Jeffery saying, well, they've blocked it up. Play that backhand side to Shane Clarke with a metre or 2 of weight. Can turn your own, can take the shot bowl, can grab hold of the jack. Jack's dragged to their own bowl, bounces off, stays with it, so gets shot out of it. Same idea now. You see the indication from James Berriman for Darren Connolly. That backhand side, Anthony Brown's bowl on the way in. Ideally, though, you're going to just come around it, skirt it, and just sit on, push through the 2 blue David Bartsch bowl and stay. Darren lines up on that backhand side. A little bit of golden hour happening now here at Ettalong. Sun on a fairly oblique angle. Long shadows across the green. And Darren's just a bit tighter than he wanted. The weight is nearly perfect for the shot, though. Similar idea here for Grandviews. Paul Rowe, what he wants him to do is just to draw to Jacob Ashley's bowl just behind the shot. So the idea is if you touch Jacob Ashley with decent weight, you're going to stay. But ideally, what he wants to do is exactly this. Just turn that back to the centre line. Very good result. I don't think they want to play too much weight here now. You don't want to take your own, but definitely want to play with good intent. A couple of feet of weight through Anthony's bowl. If you happen to go around, you sit Jacob's bowl, you should stay there. If you come underneath, you can trail the jack back to Darren's bowl. So nice, positive intent without going all that quick. Darren looks like he's played this pretty well. Wants the centre of that one. Oh, got his own through. A little unlucky there. Probably 2 down now. Well, I'm not sure what he's calling there. He might be saying just get round that one. Nice draw shot. Missing Anthony's bowl is perfect. Either side. Played it pretty much to perfection, did Paul Rowe. Couple of good bowls here from Paul Rowe. First up, drawing just around to plop in against Jacob Ashley's bowl. Very well played. And the second one draws around. Gets another shot, blocks up the hole in. Very well played, Paul Rowe. James Berriman on the way down now. Wants this to hold. Oh, it's against him that he's turned up. Could be as many as 4 shots now. 3 bowls left this end, and Adam Jeffery holding the advantage. Looking for the little port through the gap. Wants to come underneath or round James Berriman's bowl. That's actually a really good home. He's just propped in front of Darren Connolly's 2 bowls. Might be a case that they might just try to give this a bit of a smack. Hope to improve the lie. He's going to go quick forehand. Try and get the middle bowl onto the shots. Got the hole, unfortunately, for West Dubbo. I think they're close to 4 shots here. I won't call this one a free kick because he's got to navigate plenty of traffic, but there is a little bit of room here for Adam Jeffery to add a 5th shot. Just wants this to really turn around those bowls. Didn't quite get back quickly enough. 2 taken out. Look at the other 2. There's the 3rd. Here's Paul Rowe's bowl at the back in. There's a better question. It is 4 shots. So we're back to even on this feature rink. 11 shots apiece. 15 ends played. David Bartsch on the mat now to start this 16th end. Gators, well, they've jumped out now. They've scored a few on all of the rinks. Just push that lead out to 14. Really should be looking to just really push ahead now, capitalise on that little break. West Dubbo, however, they'd be fighting just to claw this back. We still have 17 ends to go. Draw that back well into single figures. By the time we get to single figure ends would be the aim for the Roos. They can win 2 of the 3 ends on all 3 rinks and get under lead back to 6 or 7. With about that many ends left to play, they'd be feeling confident. Oh, Anthony. Hate to say it, didn't have the legs. Shane Clarke now wants to get inside David Bartsch's bowl, and he has. Couple to Grandviews. Jacob Ashley really needs to get one in there. We just need to win a couple of the next 2 of the next 3 ends. Just to give that boost for a run home. Get that momentum going. He's played this very well, got the touch, and it's just run on. Little unfortunate. Shane Clarke pretty much needs to play exactly the same ball. Trailed back to his last one. And Phantom, well, he's under the line. Duffed that one. Jacob Ashley, very little correction needed on his previous. The weight near perfect. A fraction more grass, he'll be right down to the shot bowl. He too hasn't quite got the speed on that. A little cautious. Always should be playing with that confidence. Paul Rowe, a fairly good game. Played a lot of bowls that were there or thereabouts. This one is very good. Little toucher. Probably a couple there to Grandviews. Just looking to get a little contact on their own bowl, roll it onto the jack. Fairly solid to this. Well, got the touch and ran through. Backhand draw. Adam Jeffery was just indicating jack high to Paul Brown. To Paul Rowe, sorry. Paul Rowe, not too bad at all. Darren Connolly got shot with his last with the running shot. I'd love to add one on the other hand's draw. Forehand runner to a backhand draw. Same result. Toucher. Very good. Well, Adam Jeffery, 2 down. So draw backhand down to the shot bowls. His side's in good position at the moment. All square on the ring. Just not needing to make shots except to try and win the rink. And that's a fantastic effort. That'll be the shot. James Berriman, he'll play the same idea. Backhand down to that bowl. He can play with a little more intent. He's got 2 second woods at the moment. Can arrive to the shot bowl, ideally punch it through and stay for 3. Second prize is to draw down and just trail that jack through. And he's got the jack and he's got it sideways. Unfortunate for James. He's also made Adam Jeffery's bowl a little bit better position. It's now just in front of the jack, not jack high, harder to get rid of. AJ, though, he does need to add another one in here because do know James can play an attacking game. And Adam will be very aware that the next 3 bowls are all West Dubbos. He'll be looking to play a nice draw shot that's sitting away from his previous shot. Looks to be a tight line. wants it to get round those. He's going to crash on Paul Rowe's bowl. Well, there is a chance here for James Berriman. He can see that bowl. Can play pretty much any weight he chooses. Probably does need to slightly control it just to get a little bit of swing back. Punch that through the hole. He can stay for 4. And he is playing attacking. Pretty close. Got the jack though. Jack to the ditch. That'll make 2. Great bowl. 2 shots to West Dubbo. It's 21-10 on the furthest rink after 7-16 ends. Craig Jeffery trailing Bernie Melville. Middle rink just crossing over. It's 14-11 after 16, so Mark Cross just scored another one. Well, Anthony Brown. Lovely, efficient delivery from Anthony. David Bartsch, pretty well pointed here. Paul Rowe claps, gets a little wave of respect from Adam Jeffery. Well deserved too. Anthony Brown. This one's just going to hold its line on him. The weight was brilliant. It just didn't come back. Jacob Ashley. One down. David Bartsch's second bowl also a little bit on the wide side. Jacob just wants to get right in there. Very, very good bowl. And Clarke playing the backhand side. Yeah, good home from Shane. Just load that head up. Yeah, 12 shots up on the big board. Not quite comfortably home, but in a good, strong position. They just want to play sensible bowls, stop any fight back, don't give West Dubbo a chance to get back into this game. Jacob Ashley wanted a little contact on his own, just gone under. Shane Clarke can be looking to just load this head up. Just going to go through the hole. Good home behind. plenty of discussions. Here's that last bowl from Jacob Ashley. Might not have got shot out of this, but played it very well. Darren Connolly now. He's going to play the backhand side. Wanting to get right down to the head, close to making contact. Oh, there's 3 bowls sitting right in near the jack now. I think they're going to try and play for the split from that action from Adam Jeffery. Paul Rowe will play a couple of feet, try and get right to the gap between the 2 West Dubbo bowls, the dark blue and white and the light blue and white sitting either side of the jack. That and just carry through. That might indicate that that last one got shot. Not going to come back quickly enough to impact unless it uses that one. Anthony Brown's bowl rolls behind. He's calling a wide draw shot to that dark blue Shane Clarke bowl just behind Jack High to the right of screen. Really does want to get down to that. If he gets the inside, he'll turn his own bowl in. Just a little on the speedy side. He's going to punch Anthony back towards the tee. Sit in behind. Good home. Paul Rowe, he's also probably going to try to play the same as he did last time, a little over the draw, looking for the split on the 2 West Dubbo bowls. This one's just turning a little more than he wanted. Does get a result, gets shot, pushes the jack through the hole. He was looking for the split on the 2 West Dubbo bowls, either side of that centre line. It's about a bowl and a half narrow of the target. Gets the West Dubbo bowl, pushes it onto the jack. The jack spills out to their own bowl there. That's Shane Clarke's sitting there as shot. James Berriman. He's going to play forehand. He's going to try and play through this head. What he wants to do is get contact on his own bowls, roll them in. Going to be pretty close. Got to roll out of the shot. I do think it's still 1 to Grandviews though. Adam Jeffery, he'll play backhand. He can't leave this alone. Try and draw a little trail here. Just hide that jack behind. Well, he wants the bowl clean now with no jack. Yeah, well, get rid of that one. Could be played either hand. I actually think they're better off to play a little more aggressively. It's just going to fade. That was the danger. He's just turned. David Bartsch is in. That's 2 shots. Just thought with a little more intent on that, they had a chance to turn their own up and on. Darren Connolly's bowl, a couple of feet behind. Bowl right at the back. Also theirs. Jeffery. Delicate little draw shot here. Just wants to get down to his own jack high bowl. Flop in there. Tiny touch is not going to hurt them. Yep, played it very well for 3. (14-13). Adam Jeffery now leads. 17 ends played, 4 to go on this rink. It's 14-12 on the middle rink. Oh, great start from David Bartsch. (21-11) after 17. Middle rink 14-12 after 17. And also 17 ends played here. It's 14-13. 10 shots on that far rink is the big difference. It's 49-37. 12 shots the difference with 12 ends left to play. So Grandviews, well, comfortable without being secure. A couple of good ends from West Dubbo could really change this up. Grandviews, though, a few more ends they can really put the pressure on. Certainly in very strong position, leading by 12 with 12 to go. Clarke. Pretty well pointed. Just loading this head up. Grandviews don't need to do anything exciting at the moment. They just need to keep loading the head up and just accumulate the singles. West Dubbo, to win the big board, they'll need to start getting the multiples in. Jacob Ashley, nice little rub, stops. I think that one's got the shot. Sun still got a little way to go, but it's starting to get a little bit on the darker side. Still plenty of people not wearing jackets, so not too cold outside at the moment. Decent effort from Shane Clarke. Loads the head up. Teammates congratulate him, so I think it counts. Jacob Ashley wants this one just to turn a little bit more than it is. So he's willing it back. Paul Rowe. Playing the backhand side. Just going to go through the gate. 3 shots to Grandviews on the far rink. Stretches that lead 24-11. West Dubbo pick up shots on the middle rink. There's actually 2 shots on that last end. Three ends, 52-38. Darren Connolly. He's down. Not a lot in it. Can turn Jacob Ashley's bowl up on that hand. It's going to be underneath the line for that. Jeffery, a little bit tight as well. No change. James Berriman now to play his first bowl of this end. Look down on the backhand side. Wants to just arrive. Does need to try and create some shots. Try and get that big board back in their favour. Played this pretty well. Down to the David Bartsch bowl. Well bowled. Might have made a couple. Booming run from Adam Jeffery. I think it's still 1 shot to West Dubbo with James Berriman's bowl. Going to try and add another one. Darren Connolly just indicating jack high, wide. I'm saying you want to halve my toe and jack. Pretty well pointed here from James. Just wants this to swing right back. Maybe run a little more. I think it's just pulled up a little short. 2 shots to West Dubbo was the indication then. Let's see what they do add to the scoreboard. It was 14 all. It was 2, 16-14. Pressed the wrong damn button. $52.40 after 55 on the board. I'll make it 54. 18, 18, and 18. Yep. Good start from Anthony Brown. Jacob Ashley, tight line. Just going to run through. At least it's finished behind. It gives a little bit of protection. Shane Clarke, you'll follow that Jacob Ashley bowl down. Wants a bit more width than Jacob had, of course. Playing just to beat their own bowl on the run in. Left this one a little bit on the shy side. Quite a bit on the shy side. Jacob throws this one out a bit wider. Well, he's played that pretty well. That's, yep, it'll be 2 shots. Still room for Grandviews to get in there, though. Yeah, he's got the little run in, much to the delight of Adam Jeffery. See that one, drawing to their own. Always the chance to get the little run in, used as a shelf. Gets the little chop off that, in for... Darren Connolly to the mat. Just 8 ends left, or 9 ends left to go. 12 shots the difference. We're at juniors run rate theory threshold here. Junior's theory is once a side match gets to 1.5 shots per end needed, you're struggling. Not impossible, but Darren is very close to getting through there. Still 1 shot to Grandviews. Jeffery calls Paul Rowe, draw, backhand, out to the bowls that are they're just past Jack High. Wants him to sneak inside there. Knows that if they just get a little cut off that, they'll run in nicely. Just like this, get the edge, run in, flop. 2 shots now. 2 behind on this rink with 2 ends to play after this one. They'd love to get the 2 to make it all square. Now looking just to shore up the extra points for the rink as well as getting the master board. Further 2 shots on the middle rink. It's now 16-13. And the lead's out to 14 shots with 8 ends to play. We're above the 1.5 now. Darren very close with his last one. A good line. I think he's going to crash on the short. Now starting to having to chase the shots. You do need the big board. Corrimal leading Gunnedah in the other match. Paul Rowe, well pointed again, wants to just get down to his own bowl. Well, gets the hat off with just cause. James Berriman, attacking shot. Wants the bowl out of the middle. Got it onto the jack, followed through. Out of bounds. Anthony Brown will get us underway on the second attempt at the 19th end. Good start from Anthony. David Bartsch looking just to shore up his team's position here. Wants to get this one right down. Oh, I think he's got him close for a shot. Brownie needs maybe another 30 centimetres length on this delivery. Slightly tighter. Yeah, good correction from Anthony. He'll be in for shot. Close to Jack High. Well, wide line from David Bartsch. Wants this to swing back hard. Going to match his first bowl. Roll it slightly closer. Jacob Ashley. Oh, it's in behind. Good effort. Shane Clarke. Looks to be slightly wider line. Just a little bit of speed's going to hold him out. He's come back past the centre line. Just that extra weight held him out around the target. Jacob now. A little bit of speed on this too. Just going to hold him up long enough. Yeah, well played. Oh, it's just gone in behind. Shane Clarke looks on the backhand now. Wants to just sneak underneath that front Anthony Brown bowl. Got the jack, trailed it back. Well played. See a replay of Shane Clarke's bowl. Trailed the jack through the hole. Got one out of it. Darren Connolly trying to work out what to play now. Sun just starting to dip below the horizon here. It's going to get a little fresh. Darren Connolly, some intent in this. Wants it to get down to Shane Clarke's bowl. Got the edge and fell in. Well played. Paul Rowe, he's on his way up now. Paul Rowe, he'll follow down Darren Connolly. Same idea, just down to the shot bowl. Just push this a little wide. I don't think it's going to come back quite quickly enough. Might see a little bit of speed just start to drop down here now too. That sun just on the horizon. Still a little bit of shadow, but temperature will start to drop now. Darren, another nice tight line. Wouldn't mind just tucking this jack around the corner. He's just going to sit on his own bowl. That'll be two. Paul Rowe wants a tighter line on this than his previous, and he's, well, don't think that's going to come back quite enough either. Although it's not too bad. No, it's a great bowl. Did come back enough. Willing it to fall. Well, 55-42 with only 5 ends to go. 13 shots to diff. James Berriman +2 on this rink. 16-14 after 18. 20 ends played on the other two. It's 17-13 and 24-13. So we need nearly 3 an end now. James looking for Paul Rowe's bowl. Little trail wouldn't hurt. He's just going to be a fraction wide. A little bit of weight just held him out. Jeffery not wasting any time. He wants to be down to Darren Connolly's bowls. Wants the inside of that, not the out. He's just flicked that across. That's Jacob Ashley's bowl. They may need to play a little bit of a risk here, play inside out and try and just roll Paul Rowe through. Just turn Jacob onto the jack and make 3. Yeah, it can play just a little bit here to try and just turn that one over once. Push the jack through. You're going to play that forehand shot, just try and get one roll out of their shot bowl, flop it onto the jack. Don't know if he's going to hold long enough on that hand. Yeah, just under. Adam might be happy to concede a 1 here rather than risk dropping a multiple. Jeffery, he's going to play. Let's give it to a little bit of attacking. Looking for shot bowl. Oh, has he got a result here? I think he's still 1 down. Yeah, 1 shot to West Dubbo. Well, 4 ends to go, 12 shots the difference. It's now 3 an end required. Second last end underway. Grandviews just turned over the jack on the adjacent rink to get shot. Might be just sealing the big board with that result. David Bartsch in behind. Anthony Brown. They do need a lot of shots in a short number of ends here to get the big board. Does West Dubbo. And it's 3 more to Bernie Melville to finish off that furthest rink at 27-13. So 58-43. It's 15 shots in 3 ends. The outcome looking, well, not a fait accompli as yet, but not too far away from it. Grandviews pick up a 1. The big board would then need 2 8s from the last 2 ends for West Dubbo to tie it up. We haven't seen an 8 all day. I don't think we're going to see a brace of them. Jacob Ashley. Just going to drop in behind. Might be close to counting. Shane Clarke looks to be on a decent line here. Just slightly tighter out. Wants the jack. Trails it away. Very well played. Just your last reminder, there's plenty of events for which qualifying are now entries open. Mixed pairs, qualifying on the 1st and 2nd of November. 2nd and 3rd of August for over 40s pairs. Rookie singles, entries close next week, 9th and 10th of August. And the rookies pairs qualifying, well, those entries are open. That closes just after the rookies pairs. Singles, sorry. So if you're a person looking to play in the rookies, just went and tapped on the window to let the person know who decided to stop right in front of the camera that they weren't even supposed to be there. Paul Rowe holding 1. Darren Connolly tried to draw backhand and just didn't quite get back quickly enough, a little bit past. Paul's just going to tap the side of that, roll it through a little further. Probably stayed for 2, and yeah, that's what his teammates indicate. Next rink is also completed. Just trying to see that scoreboard for the final result. They didn't put it up. Darren just flicks off the run, and of course the manager's standing in front of the big board as well. 61 ends played. Okay, so Grandview's got 2 in the middle rink. We're 17 shots difference with 2 to go. They will claim the big board. It's a matter of now playing for a little bit of pride in the point. 3 shots the difference, 2 to play. Just a reminder, your progress scores are flicking through. You'll be able to get your final scores from Bowls Link. There is a link to those results, public portal, in our YouTube bio for this stream. It's results.bowlslink.com.au is the general results portal. You can click on the Bowls New South Wales, then Open State Pennants. That link is in the description of this video for you. Reminder too, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:45-ish, give or take a minute or two. for round 3. And that's Mona Vale taking on Beresfield. That's tomorrow morning's round 3 clash. Quarterfinal tomorrow afternoon. And then Sunday AM/PM is the semi and final of the Open Pennant State Finals for Grade 1. Jeffery, can he turn his own bowl up? He can. Has he done enough to get another shot there? Yep, 2 shots to Grandviews. So it's now 1 shot the difference playing the last end of this clash. David Bartsch will roll the jack for us. A slightly shorter length going to be played. Well, we're definitely going to have a Grandviews victory here. They've got 9 points in the bag. 1 point now up for grabs. So playing for pride on this rink. James Berriman leading 17-16 over Adam Jeffery. West Dubbo in the lead on this rink. Anthony Brown got to try and counter a really good starting bowl from David Bartsch. And he has played pretty good. Shout out of thanks to BCIB, our event partners, Bowling Club Insurance Brokers, for all your bowling club insurance needs. Of course, our Grade 1 sponsor and host, Edelong. Grade 2, Bomaderry and Nowra. Grade 3, Yamba. Grade 4 at Wagga Rules and Wagga RSL. Grade 5, Cabramatta and Mount Lewis. Grade 6, Charlestown and Lambton. And Grade 7, North Haven and Lake Cadoi. Big thanks to the board, staff and members of those clubs. They've all done a mountain of work in preparation for this event. JR here at Bomaderry, at Edelong, Daniel Hiscox, Mark Kiss, Bomaderry and Nowra. Jason Pinnock at Yamba, along with a few other people there who have done a lot of work. Brett Pieper, the guys down there at Rules. Brett about to embark on a new venture away from Wagga. Of course, the crew at Cabra and Mount Lewis, Benny Moorthorpe, Josh Berry, Daniel Hill doing all the work behind the scenes at Charlestown and Lambton, and Dicko coordinating everything. Glenn Dixon at North Haven for the crew up there. They're the ones we've dealt with fairly extensively. I do thank them. Can West Dubbo hold on here and collect the glory of the rink win on the live stream? 8 bowls to come. Paul Rowe, forehand shot. It's not going to quite get back far enough on that side now. Darren Connolly, I think he'll play backhand, try and just play up and over Jacob Ashley. He's just holding on, he's got a bit of speed. I also been looking to just rip out that David Bartsch bowl to the right of screen just behind Jack High. It's a slightly tighter line from Paul Rowe this time. Just going to crash. That's Anthony Brown's bowl that's come up. James indicated they might be one shot. I think that's still the same shot though. Just over draw, try and turn those up. And if you happen to get around, you get David Bartsch, roll it over. This time of the day, green's just starting to drop a little bit of speed. Sun has dipped behind the horizon, so you do need to just be aware that there's going to be slight change in speed. Once that bowl got it through, I think that's now West Dubbo holding a couple, so Adam Jeffery has got to try and make two to get the win or one to get the draw. West Dubbo, they just want to hold on and grab this little bit of glory in winning the rink on the live stream. There's a little bit of solace for losing the big board overall. My old mate James Berriman wants to show off to me too. Yeah, Dubbo probably are used to it being a little cooler. Well, Adam Jeffrey's turned one of them up. That's one shot that he needs. James he's got two bowls left to play. Just needs to get one shot. Play the forehand down towards that Grandviews bowl. It's a little bit tight, just gets the roll out of Anthony Brown's bowl in front of the jack, it'll be shot. Wants this to swing back. I think he might have a little bit too much speed. Well, it's either too much speed or too much width. Got that bowl flush, he'd have stayed pretty much to get shot, I think, with the front bowl. Two bowls left to play. It'll be a good night from us here, and a reminder we'll be back around 8:45 tomorrow morning. Cards should be called at 8:30. We're supposed to be underway as early as we can. Adam Jeffery would love to add a second in here and hold the win on the rink. Well, it's laying a draw at the moment. And I think James showed his hand last bowl. Nothing's changed. He'll try and rip that closest Grandviews bowl out to get shot and the rink victory. Got the title line. Does he like it? Don't kill it. Jack's gone right through. And, well, yep, it's gone through to the ditch. That's shot for West Dubbo, at least one. So they win that rink, and Grandviews takes the main points. It's 9-1 to Grandviews. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with more here from Ettalong in the Grade 1 Open Pennant State Final.